Good morning, 8th form students. As yesterday we continued lesson chemical reaction, so we will proceed with that. So conditions necessary for a chemical reaction. So conditions necessary for chemical reaction. So first condition is close contact. Close contact. So in a reaction, the reactant should be in close contact with each other to for a good reaction. For example, sodium. Sodium when brought in close contact with water, what happens? Alkali is formed. So close contact is must. Then second point is attraction of physical state of reactant. Now this physical state of reactant is very significant because if reactants are in solid form, then they are not in close contact and the reaction will not proceed faster. So what happens? Physical state is the reactant should be in liquid state. Means if salt is there, so it should be dissolved in water to make it a good solution. Like for example, NaCl, this is in aqueous form, reacts with AgNO3, which is also in aqueous form, to give NaNO3 plus AgCl. Okay. Now, third type of thing is heat energy. Heat. Certain reaction requires heat to proceed. Otherwise, they can't be proceeded. Like for example, lead nitrate, when heated, gives PbO, lead oxide, नाइट्रोजन डाइऑक्साइड जो कि रेडिश ब्राउन कलर की गैस होती है एंड ऑक्सीजन इज फॉर्म्ड. Then fourth type of condition is light. Certain reactions require light to proceed. For example, photosynthesis, which you study in bio. So photosynthesis, in photosynthesis, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide reacts with 6 molecules of water, and here sunlight is necessary. So light is necessary, otherwise plants can't prepare food for them. So in presence of sunlight, glucose is prepared. Glucose is prepared. So this is the reaction of photosynthesis. Okay. After that, another condition is electricity. Electricity. Certain reactions require electric current to proceed, like water. Water decomposes when electric current is passed through it. Otherwise, water is a stable compound. So, electricity is also a necessary condition for some of the reaction. Then, some more conditions are like pressure. In some of the reactions, especially which involves reactants in gaseous form, require pressure, like nitrogen gas reacts with hydrogen gas to form ammonia. In this, 200 atmosphere of pressure is required and 450 is the optimum temperature. So in this, if we won't apply pressure, then reactants are not able to be in close contact with each other and ammonia is not formed. So pressure is must in this reaction. Then one more condition here, that is catalyst. As you know, what is catalyst? Catalyst is a substance which increases or decreases the rate of a reaction. And catalyst is of two types, positive catalyst and negative catalyst. Positive catalyst increases the rate of the reaction, like if we study potassium chlorate, and potassium chlorate is heated to form KCl and O2. So what happens? This reaction requires a catalyst. Magnesium dioxide here acts as a catalyst because it is increasing the rate of the reaction. And another is the negative catalyst. So what is the action of negative catalyst? Negative catalyst is that which decreases the rate of the reaction, like decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. In this, water is formed and oxygen is formed. But when phosphoric acid is added, it acts as a negative catalyst here. And it decreases the rate of the reaction so that after some time reaction stops. Okay, then after that, these are all the conditions, different condition for different reaction to occur better. Then what are enzymes? What are enzymes? Enzymes are biocatalysts. Enzymes are biocatalysts which increases the rate of the reaction in our body. Most of the reaction they occurs in presence of enzymes. So in absence of enzyme, if in our body those enzymes are deficient in our body, so what happen, one meal can take 50 years to digest, and those enzymes digest that food from 2 to 3 hours. So they are very much significant. I will tell you some of the enzymes like amylase. amylase जो है बेटा वो सलाइवा में प्रेजेंट होता है और वो स्टार्च को सिंपल शुगर में कन्वर्ट करता है. स्टार्च को सिंपल शुगर में कन्वर्ट करता है. ये आपको याद करनी है सारी चीजें. इसी तरीके से पेप्सिन जो है कहाँ मिलता है, बायो में पढ़ा होगा, स्टमक में मिलता है और वो प्रोटीन को एमिनो एसिड में चेंज करता है. प्रोटीन को एमिनो एसिड में चेंज करता है. उसके बाद आता है ये तीन, एमाइलेज, ट्रिप्सिन और पेप्सिन. ये इकट्ठा क्या काम करते हैं, हमारी बॉडी में प्रेजेंट होते हैं ये तीनों. इन दोनों का तो मैंने बता दिया, एमाइलेज और पेप्सिन का. बेटा ट्रिप्सिन जो है वो हमारे स्टमक में प्रेजेंट होती है और वो फैट को फैटी एसिड और ग्लिसरॉल में चेंज करती है. फैटी एसिड और ग्लिसरॉल में चेंज करती है. तो दिस यूनिट इज फिनिश्ड एंड इन माय नेक्स्ट टर्न whenever the period is there, then we will discuss the exercise. Okay beta, bye everybody.